Chapter 1. My Neighbor. I stared at the dark ceiling and listened to Axl Rose demanding to be taken to Paradise City. The song was sweet, as was the AC/DC, Poison, Whitesnake and Ratt that had preceded it but wasn't sweet. I turned to look at my alarm clock on the nightstand. 3:33 in the morning. The party had started at 12:22. I was okay with that, seeing as it was a Friday. I figured in this neighborhood they'd cool it at 1:30, maybe 2. I also figured if it went beyond that, Colt would go and have a word. Alec Colton was my neighbor. He lived across the street and one house down. He and his girlfriend, February Owens, had a new baby and he was a cop. I couldn't imagine he'd put up with a trip down memory lane, 80s hard rock style, until nearly 4 in the morning. Not with a new baby and all that entailed to your sleep schedule, or lack thereof. But the music hadn't stopped. My neighborhood was quiet, or at least it had been for the 4 months Kate, Kira, and I had been living in it. It was February. Who had loud, late parties in a quiet neighborhood in February? At least Kate and Kira were at sleepovers. If they'd been home, I would have lost it way before now. But I lost it. I looked at the clock. At 3:34 in the morning. I threw back the covers and went to the bathroom, snatching Tim's old plaid flannel robe off the hook on the back of the door. His mom bought him that robe. He'd had it before we'd been married. Now it was soft as plush, worn in but not worn out, and it was still super warm. Shrugging on the robe, I stomped out of my room, through the open-plan study into the living room that fed into the dining area that fed into the kitchen. Then I went to the side door in the kitchen where a tangle of footwear littered the floor. Both Kate and Kira were early bloomers. They were now both my height, even Kira, though she was only 14, and we all wore the same shoe size. I yanked out Kira's hot pink Wellingtons with big daisies on them and pulled them over the thick socks I had on to ward off the night chill. I jacked the thermostat way down at night, saved on heating, saved on utility bills. Money wasn't exactly flowing, and raising 2 teenaged girls, money was an important thing to have. Then again, it was even without 2 teenaged girls. Though I hadn't really known a time in my life where there weren't kids in it. One day I was a kid, the next I was a wife and mother. Never regretted it, not a single day. Not until 1 year, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days ago. Then I didn't really regret it, but life sure as hell changed. I disabled the alarm, unlocked the side door, stomped into the night, and stopped dead. I had no idea where the music was coming from, but I wouldn't have expected it to be coming from my next-door neighbor. This was because whoever that was, they were never home. In the 4 months we'd lived there, I'd seen a shiny, black, new model Ford pickup truck in the drive a few times, maybe 2, 3. I'd seen the lights on in the house once. Other than that, no one home. But now it was lit up like a beacon. The music was way louder standing outside. So loud, it was a wonder the windows didn't bow out with the sound. But there was no shiny, black, new model Ford pickup truck in the drive. Instead, clear as day because of the lights blazing from the house, I saw a shiny red new model Porsche.